Kate can't hide grief on school run, reveals state of her three children amid Queen's death. Kate Middleton had the heart-wrenching task of breaking the news to her three children that their beloved great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, had died on Thursday, September 8th. Kate didn't travel to Balmoral in order to be there for her children. She gently told the three children about Elizabeth's passing at Windsor prior to the official announcement. She wanted them to hear about the tragic news directly from her to ease the pain. Kate used her words carefully and said Elizabeth is in heaven with Prince Philip. There were lots of tears and hugs, and naturally the children are upset. Members of the royal family, including the Queen's children and grandchildren, will join a procession from Holyrood to Edinburgh's St. Giles Cathedral, with the guns of Edinburgh Castle firing every minute throughout. The service will be held at St. Giles, where the Queen's coffin will rest for 24 hours, allowing members of the public to file past and pay their respects. Just one day prior, on Wednesday, September 7th, the Cambridge family had a momentous moment as the royal kids began their school term at Lambeth, Berkshire, located near their new home at Windsor's Adelaide Cottage. While most members of Queen Elizabeth II's immediate family traveled to Balmoral, Scotland, to be with her amid news that she was under medical supervision, Kate stayed at the family's new Adelaide Cottage home in Windsor. Kate Middleton left her Windsor home to collect George, Charlotte, and Louis on the school run as her husband, Prince William, flew to Scotland to be at the side of the Queen, who has sadly fallen ill. The Duchess of Cambridge was seen driving to collect her kids from Lambeth School. The family of five took photos together yesterday while settling in ahead of the classes today. Kate, in the photo taken today, appeared stoic at the wheel of the car, with her hair down straight. In preparation for the big event in the royal family, it hurts as Kate recalled some of the moments with her grandmother. In May of 2020, Middleton announced Hold Still, a photography project that sought to capture the country's resilience during the COVID-19 pandemic. Months later, Elizabeth wrote a letter praising the entrance, saying, "The Duchess of Cambridge and I were inspired to see how the photographs have captured the resilience of the British people at such a challenging time." Whether that is through celebrating frontline workers, recognizing community spirit, or showing the efforts of individuals supporting those in need. These two connection is so special, as it was noted that Elizabeth and her grandson's wife already had so much in common, so perhaps she was a natural student. They are both sporty, outdoorsy types, love animals and the countryside, and feel most at home away from the paparazzi. William and other members of the royal family have traveled up to Balmoral to see Queen Elizabeth, but Kensington Palace revealed that because Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are on their first full day at their new school, Kate would remain at home to get them. The prestigious private school welcomed the three Cambridge children after the family recently moved out of London to Windsor, and a series of happy pictures were taken before the sad news about the Queen went viral on the internet. It's a shame when these three can make it to their great-grandmother's bedside for the last time. To a lucky group, she was affectionately known as Granny, a grandmother to 8 and great-grandmother to another 12. Queen Elizabeth II's legacy extends far beyond the 4 kids she welcomed with late husband, Prince Philip. While her grandkids have recognized her as a leader, a listener, and a style icon, ultimately, she was their beloved grandmother. But for a small group, she was the matriarch of their own family, grandmother to 8 grandchildren, including the future king, Prince William, and great-grandmother to 12 great-grandchildren. Like many grandparents, Her Majesty had more time in recent years to share with her grandchildren and great-grandchildren than perhaps she did with her own children when they were growing up. Affectionately called Granny and Gan, the monarch enjoyed a close bond with a younger generation of royals. In recent weeks, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge even moved their children to just a stone's throw from her home in Windsor, at least in part hoping they would have more time with the Queen.